Hello everyone and welcome in. I'm Danielle from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. So glad you're here with me today. If you are new, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are enjoying this as a video replay, know that you are guaranteed to have just as healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out the dates and times in the description. I'm here live 5 times a week, taking your healing requests and building a crystal grid around it and sending healing to all of you wherever and whenever you happen to be. All times are Eastern US time. I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years, and you can learn more about my online Reiki classes, as well as my online community, Discord, all of my social media, and my crystal shop, all at the description below. So let's go ahead and see who is here, what our requests are. Generally, we start with the first half an hour or so, taking your healing request. If you're here live, go ahead and pop into the chat. You can request a specific crystal or a specific healing theme. I'll build a grid around all of those requests, and then I'll briefly explain what Reiki is before we go right into turning the music up, turning the lights down, and I will send healing to all of you. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, hi everybody. Future Someone, Cora Carr, Susan, I hope you all are doing well. Susan, I hope you're healing well. Oh, good stuff. Yep, okay, we're cooking with gas. I see some good ones. You got it. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so let's start building. So, as always, the concept of communal chi is at play. Hi, Gelwar, good to see you too. As always, the concept of communal chi is at play, and that is the concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy available to support that is sort of magnified by that. So simply being here, whether or not you put any requests in the chat, we basically are building a greater and greater source of energy which we can all share. During this event, all of our individual energy stays separate and protected while we kind of benefit from the collective group efforts of everyone being here. Okay, gotcha. And I have not found my red coral yet. I am still looking for that. It may have run away. Might even be in storage from, there's still a few things in storage from when I closed down my physical healing studio at the beginning of COVID. So I'm actually gonna make some arrangements to go check in there. May have been scuttled away in that. Gotcha. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's go ahead over. We will together build the crystal grid. I'm just going to go ahead and shift the cameras over. All right, so here we go. Here's our nice blank slate. I do have white coral though. And let's see. So we have a request for copper. Let's go ahead and put the copper right in the middle. We'll start with a nice copper spiral. Copper helps to, much as it moves electricity, it also moves energy like Reiki. So having that right in the center. Thank you for understanding. Indigo Gabbro. Okay, cool. Good to see you, Fiat Luna. All right, so let's see. Seeing lots of nerve stuff, blood circulation, ametrine, I have somewhere, stuff, and blue lace agate, kunzite. White coral, you got it. Let's see. Ah, still looking for a good literary agent. You got it. So let's go with itty bitty baby cover spirals today. We'll put the big piece of white coral in the middle. This is as sustainable a piece of coral as one can find. I picked it up off the beach with my gram. Yeah, maybe it might be too big to put right in the middle there. Stick with it. Let's roll with it. Let's see where we go. Let's use these little spirals. We'll see how things come together. And if we need to, we'll simply move it to the side of the grid. What else do we have? Herkimer, tiger eye, red tiger eye, fluorite. So there we go, some copper spirals. Fluorite. Let's go ahead, and fluorite is excellent for not only calming the mind, it's also excellent for teeth and gums, which I know has been a pretty standard request for a lot of us right now. And as we would expect, fluorite is fluoride, so it's excellent for that. We also have red tiger eye, which helps with circulation support, which all of you have been asking for, as well as energetic protection. So here's our red tiger eye, definitely a favorite here. Yeah, absolutely blue lace agate. Yeah, blue lace agate, excellent for everything having to do with communicating our emotional needs, including communicating them to ourselves. So let's see, got those here. These are some teeny tiny blue lace agates. This is what it looks like, a larger rough piece, but it's those many shades of blue and white. I always make my crystal grids fairly intuitively. There we go. It's also a wonderful stone for tension headache and arthritis as well. I do have a piece of kunzite. This is kunzite with some other stones actually wrapped in it as well. Let's see, will you hang out there? You will? Okay, cool. Excellent for everything having to do with the heart center, love, loving of self, and loving yourself unconditionally, allowing your heart center to open up to receive more love from others. I often work with this stone when I find it difficult to hear compliments and praise, and for any other client who might struggle with that, kunzite can be wonderful for that. And oh, I can absolutely put the large copper spiral under the coral. That's a great idea. Oh yes. There we go. It's a little bit more of a balancing act there, but that's okay. I think that looks pretty beautiful. Moonstone, yes, moonstone, indigo gabbro. And don't worry if it gets a little crowded, it just gets a little crowded. Just more buddies. Here's some moonstone. Helps to balance intuition, working with the cycles of the moon, anyone that is especially prone to feeling those. Really great at grounding intuition, cycles of life. Absolutely. Thank you for the suggestion. So let's go ahead and there's lots of different types of moonstone. There's rainbow moonstone, there's this, more traditional moonstone. There's labradorite is closely related to moonstone as well. Cool. Indigo gabbro is excellent for helping us to see our detrimental tendencies. A really big fancy way of saying to help us see the things we're doing that get in our own way. Sometimes the things we tell ourselves or the things other people have told us that have taken root. Sometimes they create habits and patterns with us that we have a blind eye to. And so indigo gabbro, which also goes by mystic merlinite, can help us to see those and sort of work them out a little bit. It's got black as well as purple in there. Really is an amazingly dynamic stone. Let's try here and here. Yes. That protective energy of the red tiger eye goes well with helping us to work with the indigo gabbro. And again, it's also known by mystic merlinite. So you can see it either place. There's merlinite and mystic merlinite, just to be as confusing as is humanly possible. There we go. Honest communication, making big decisions wisely. Hi, Danny. Hi, Grace. Hi, Vincent. Okay, let's see. Gelguire, I want to get yours too. So blood circulation, definitely that. Definitely the red tiger eye. Let's do some bloodstone too. Bloodstone helps with the heart center, with grounding all of our senses of fear, with our senses for fear, safety, vital needs, primal urges, so that we feel satiated and stable, so that we can better open up our heart center. This can not only help us with everything having to do with the heart center, but it can also help us to find balance in times where emotions are so tumultuous that we find it difficult to ground, and it just sort of feels like we're running in circles and not getting the self-care that we need. It's sort of an emotional stuff hits the fan stone. As bloodstone, it also does work with the circulation and cardiac health. Surgical healing. Let's get us some emerald in there. So raw emerald helps to heal soft tissue, skin, and other things. So if you're healing up from surgery, this can be an incredible friend. That's emerald. Definitely needs some help for stress and for nerves. Amazonite. I've been doing quite a bit of research lately, and Amazonite is a common one for working through problems with the nerves. Nerves throughout the body, the spinal cord as well. Also helping just find calm in general, and also some luck, like luck in terms of winnings, like if you are playing games of chance, or if you say put in a bid on a house and you're trying to get it, you could use a little luck from the universe. Amazonite would be one that could be recommended for that. So let's do this. Amazonite. I struggle with nerve stuff too, so I've been experimenting with myself, working with a little bit more Amazonite with that intention. I use Amazonite for quite a bit, but I've never used it with that intention before, so I've been finding it pretty helpful. Fantastic. Looking for one for stress. Okay, last calls, everybody. Let me scroll down and see if I missed any. Oh, hey, heart. Heart healing, too. Stress relief, inner peace. Disconnecting from the energy of others. Yeah, lots of angry, stressed people in general. Yeah. Communication, making big decisions. Hi, Samantha. Throat chakra, TMJ, neck and back pain. Ooh, dog has tummy issues. Definitely for throat chakra and even TMJ is blue lace agate, which is around here. For separating from the energy of others, we have some red tiger eye. Cardiovascular, please. Yeah, we've got bloodstone for cardiovascular as well as red tiger eye, but I may grab some more for that. For doggo stuff, we have heart healing, stress. Black obsidian is great for separating from the energy of others and helping keep our energy clear and protected, and it's excellent for pets. So let's go ahead and bring in some black obsidian. Let's see where we have room for you. We'll balance that with something else too. Heart healing. Heart healing, general uplifting, a tendency to be a bit on the sour and sad side. I have found some beautiful new pieces of chrysocolla. Actually gonna move these somewhere, not sure where just yet. Chrysocolla can be helpful for our heart center, lots of unconditional love. Also for the throat and helping to express what we need to a point, but just in general when we feel like we really need some self-confidence in our heart center and some self-love, which we all could really use right now. Definitely need something to balance that out. This can also be great for stress. One more for stress. You know what I feel really called to? Malachite and hematite. Okay, ooh, that actually, let's do those here. Take these malachites to help our heart centers, and some hematite. To balance with that black obsidian. This is also excellent for all of the wishes for circulation and cardiovascular health. Excellent for that, as well as grounding. Oof, and grounding, if we need anything in this grid, it's some grounding for sure. Lots of heart healing here in all different ways, and lots of physical healing. Lots of expressing our needs, lots of understanding our needs, getting our energy to move, looking at the patterns of our own undoing, helping to support ourselves to just feel better and a little bit more heartened, supported in the heart. This can be a deeply calming stone, especially when we have frustration. And to that, I'm even going to add a little bit for Susan for dealing with the insect problem, is some howlite. A lot of times when we have this much energy moving through and we're doing so much transformation, it can be really frustrating. It's like we'd like it all to happen right now, and unfortunately that doesn't get to be that way. And so we can feel very, very frustrated. And that can really lead us to kind of stop and pull back and kind of double back on some not great patterns. So let's do some hematite, or some howlite rather. Howlite is white with gray. These are some smaller howlites. And this is an example of what it looks like larger and raw. We may often see howlite dyed. That happens a lot in jewelry making, and I often see it dyed and used as a replacement when folks can't get their hands on turquoise. So yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Oh, this balances so nicely. Oh, that is absolutely what we needed. That can help us move so much. I feel like howlite is one of those stones that, yeah, here we go. I feel like howlite is one of those stones that increasingly when energy doesn't want to move, it's that frustration that we feel. We're putting so much work and effort, and when we're doing self-healing work that's of really high caliber and really deep stuff, we want to see the results right away. And from the outside in, others might see those results right away, but we don't necessarily feel them right away. Howlite can help us sort of like take that beat and like get over the frustration a bit. And I often like to use that with a little bit of chrysoprase. This is a stone that helps us to see the value in every step we've made. Really helps dispel that frustration when we feel like, I've got so much farther to go, I'm never going to get there. And it helps you to take a moment, take a pause, and see how every little step adds up to the full picture and to getting us where we're going to go, and to help us take pride in the steps that we've already undertaken, all of the difficulty we've had. And it really helps invite in some self-pride, some worthiness. It can encourage us to keep going forward when things are difficult. And this is chrysoprase. So we'll bring that in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So we've got a pretty full boat. Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful. Great. Thank you everyone so much for helping build this. Beautiful community coming together to support each other and ourselves as we do the best we can to get through this thing called life. Isn't it something? So let's see. As usual, I will pick a couple of things that I think might help, and you will vote on them. Those who've been here before kind of know how that goes. And while you're voting on that, I will quickly explain what Reiki is for those who are new to the concept. And then we will just go right on into the Reiki sending. So let's see what else we could add. Okay, so up to all of you what the last stone would be, and these are the ones that pop out. One is green aventurite. This helps us to expand our vision of who we can be. When we get stuck in these patterns that we talked about with indigo gabbro, we can get into that place of not quite seeing ourselves for who we are. Maybe we're seeing ourselves for who we were. Maybe we're seeing ourselves as society has tried to tell us we are, or negative patterning from parents or anyone that said, you can't do that. You're not good enough for that. This helps us to say, I'm able to expand the vision of my own potential. Great for self-confidence. The other would kind of go a little bit more along with what Greg was requesting with help finding a literary agent. And I know there's been a persistent finding the perfect house. And this is a toxic stone, so I usually keep them in plastic bags. But here I am holding them with my bare hands just for all of you. It is cinnabar. Cinnabar. See the red on there? That's the cinnabar. This is a cinnabar as you may more normally see it in a shop. Never mind my bitten down hands. Talking about habits we're trying to work through. Cinnabar is mercury. Yeah, mercury, the toxic thing. Yeah. This is why I keep it in plastic bags. Always keep this away from children and pets because very toxic. Cinnabar is superb for anything business related, anything coming together with a very specific intention towards success and moving forward in that regard. Can be great for like buying a house, earning money, earning the financial flow we need to move forward, and for just getting into a place where we can kind of live our soul's purpose in our business and our work. So yeah, so go ahead, those of you who are here live, pop on into the chat and just type which one you would prefer, aventurine or cinnabar. And I will go ahead and add either one in depending on that. As you're going to do the thing and vote, go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already. It super helps folks to hear about us. We're up to 145 subscribers already. Thank you so much. Also, like, I've looked at our analytics. They're pretty mind-blowing. I'm so deeply appreciative of all of you just for being here. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and just describe what Reiki is for those who are uninitiated, and I will take it from there. So, as I mentioned, I'm Danielle Stimpson, and I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years. It's been an honor and a privilege all this time to connect with this energy. My particular understanding of Reiki, or spiritually guided life energy, is that we all have access to it. It's flowing through all of us right now, here where we sit. There's no gatekeeping. It's part of all of us, and it unites and connects us all. The particular practice that I work within is known as Usui Reiki, which he called Usui Shiki Ryoho, or Usui's method of natural healing. This particular style or methodology was meant to help modern folks start to connect with it a little better. Everyone in Japan at that time and now understands the concept of energy. They have an indigenous faith of Shintoism, where everything has a soul, everything's interconnected. And this is not so much a common concept that we have in the West. Some of us may have stumbled upon it, some of us might feel it, some of us it might still be a concept. That's all beautiful. The practice of Usui Reiki is a set of techniques and methods that allow folks to in a more structured way, build a relationship with that energy so that we can have a more transformative experience with it, whether we're doing that to support ourselves, support others around us, or even make a profession of it. However you choose to connect with it in your life is absolutely beautiful, but everyone has access to the energy. The actual structure of Usui's style requires specific training, attunements, and stuff like that, but that's not to say you can only access the energy that way. But the style of Usui Reiki was created in 1920s Japan to empower people at a time when rising imperialism was pretty troublesome. We know that as he created this in the 1920s, the early 1920s, we know what happened in the later 1930s and the early 1940s. Yeah, so teaching religion, you could not do it unless it was Shintoism. Usui was a Buddhist monk. This was a practice that was, as we would call it, secular. You could insert any understanding that you had as to how the universe works, where this energy comes from, how it quite interlaces, but in a very empowering way to invite it into our lives, help support us in finding balance, body, mind, and spirit, and support others in doing the same. So it resonates very much with us in the West because of the general structure of it and the simplification of it, and of course the fact that it's secular and we don't have to look at it through a religious or spiritual lens, except the one that works for us. So I'm honored to have this space for you to simply experience what this energy is like. It's one that's flowing through you now. It's not unfamiliar to your body, mind, and spirit. And in fact, our body, mind, and spirit know exactly how to use it to our best healing good, much like when we drink water. And it's so key to who we are and what we are. We're mostly made of water. But on our conscious mind level, we don't need to think about how that water gets used in the body. It happens. It's not a conscious mind thing. Same with Reiki. Best way to learn about what Reiki is, simply give it a shot. Show up with an open mind, which is what I invite you to do today. Go ahead and lay down, sit up, whatever feels right. You can close your eyes, you can take a nap, you can enjoy the music I have or put on your own. You can notice the thoughts that are coming up, or take a deep breath and let those thoughts go. That's up to you. You can also combine this time with anything that feels right to you. Yoga stretches, maybe a little bit of guided visualization, journaling, artwork, music, whatever feels right to you. This is your time to take care of yourself and come back into an optimal sense of balance, whatever that might look like for you today and at this time. I'm honored to be here and hold this space for all of you, and I'm so glad you're here. And if you're joining us on the replay, please consider joining us live. We are a fun group of people, and I'd love to meet you. So without any further ado, let's jump on in and see the results of our vote. Let's see what we got. Cinnabar works amazing with jade. It does. They're both very popular in China, although finding people that will work with like crafting with cinnabar is like not so much anymore. It's so dangerous. Cinnabar is prettier. Hee. Yeah, it totally is. Both, please. Both. Both look good. Both. Yeah, it's usually both. Surprise, it's both. Because why not? So let's go ahead and place some aventurine here and here. Grain aventurine is an incredible stone, especially if you're looking to work with a first stone. So supportive, so straightforward, so empowering. And we will take our, let's see. So I've put 4 pieces of aventurine here and here and at the bottom, and I will go ahead and place this here. And the smaller piece. Yeah, jewelers won't even carve these anymore because, yeah, the danger. Those of you who aren't familiar, the term Mad Hatter comes from people who made hats and preserved pelts were using mercury. And in using mercury, it's a neurotoxin, and it would actually impact their mental acuity. Hence the term Mad Hatter or Mad as a Hatter. Yeah, it's toxic. Be careful with it. So we're gonna go a little bit past our usual end time. I mean, we're pretty much an hour and 15-minute thing. You can peel off anytime that it feels right for you. I'll start sending the energy momentarily, and at any point in time during the send, feel free to take a deep breath if your mind is wandering, but you don't need to keep an empty mind, and you don't need to focus on anything. This time is for you to just simply be and see what comes up. At the end of our time together, you'll hear my voice come back, and I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and start to come back to your body, and I'll invite you to go ahead and ask any questions you might have. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you think of them later, or if you're watching this on the replay, dive on into the comments or use the social media in the description, and I'll be more than happy to help you kind of sort through that. Thank you so much for being here. Deeply appreciate all of you and the opportunity to do this. So without any further ado, go ahead, get comfortable, sit up, lie down, all the good things. Uh, yeah, tales from the script, it's all good. Aw, big hugs. Aw, big hugs back. Yeah, you can always watch these on the replay. I sit and watch these on the replay when I need a little self session too. And sometimes I'll put these on and I'll treat myself, and it does work. So it was good to see you, Tales from the Script. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon. And I'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. US East Coast time, so GMT -4 for that. So enjoy your sessions, everyone. The lights will go down and it will shift through colors slowly. There will be no strobing or flashing of lights. Enjoy the music, enjoy the ambiance. Thank you for the space that you've helped to build today. All right. I will see you in a little bit, close to half an hour. Thanks again. take a deep breath in and out. Gently move, stretch, or bend as your body might feel it needs to. If you'd like, you can stay in this lovely blissed out place. Or you can start coming back to your body by taking a deep breath in once again and out. Don't forget to check in with your body, to move, stretch. See if you need any water. And for those of us in the States especially, check in with yourself and see if there's any additional needs you have to help yourself to ground a bit. Water, food, walk around the block, whatever it might be. And if anyone has any questions at all, please feel free to ask. I'm here. It's an honor and a pleasure, as always, to share this healing with all of you. Good for you for making a little bit of time to prioritize yourself. In the States, Monday is a holiday. It's our Memorial Day. All of our dates through the weekend are all just normal as scheduled. I'll be here Sunday night at 8 p.m. You're so welcome. So good to see you, future someone. Everyone, thank you so much for allowing me to be of service. Biad Luna, Kurakar, Tales from the Script, Samantha, Dee, good to see you again. Susan and Greg, lots of love. Gelguire, Hart, Grace, Karen, Vincent. So glad all of you could be here today. You're so welcome. I'll be here at 8 a.m. East Coast US time tomorrow, and this time of year it's GMT -4. You're so welcome, Susan. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's been rough several days in the States. Yeah, but coming together, focusing on some healing, it can help us take a breath and keep going. I'm honored to hold the space, and the space wouldn't be here without all of you being a part of it. So thank you, each and every one of you, for all of the mutual support and all of the love you show one another. So glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dee. I really am glad to see you all. Yeah, sometimes it's just beautiful to take a deep breath for ourselves and remember there's always, all of our past healings are available to stream anytime, wherever you happen to be. The thumbnail always has the image of the grid, so you can pick the healing that feels right for you at that particular moment. And I always type out the names of all of the crystals I do sell some of them in my shop. My crystal shop is kind of small, but I also type them out so that if you want to look for them locally, you certainly can. Your sacral chakra was pulsating. Yeah, yeah, that interconnectedness. It's palpable times. I'm so glad that you were having a nice experience too. And thank you for sharing that, Susan. I felt so much of the upper chakra stones that I felt super connected to the spiritual realm, and I just kept like my human body kind of dips when I do that. So if you ever look at the screen, you might notice me kind of zipping up and down. It's just because it's like I lose track of where my physical body is. I feel so connected up here. Yeah, it was, I think, the renewal so many of us needed. Oh, that's where you had surgery, the sacral nerve in the back. Oh my goodness, hon. Ugh. No wonder you've been struggling with the pain. I get it. I get it. So sorry you're struggling with that. And I know I don't know if you're, like, what your healing uh, journey has been so far, but I know when I was laid up with my very, very broken leg, sometimes it helped to have just healing meditations on in the background and just breathe through, you know, either doing my physical therapy or just existing, just trying to get through the next moment. You can watch my old streams or check out Viab Luna's channel, and that might help too. Yeah. I hope things start getting back online for you soon. And Grace, I hope you're doing well. I hope the pain is kind of grounding and moving out. You're feeling much better though. That's incredible to hear. Yeah, after surgery, I find like once I take that big first turn and I generally feel way better than I did, I'm okay to keep going. I'm glad. And I wish all the best to Greg. For sure. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, everyone. I have a level 1 Reiki class it's their last class tonight. I do multi-weeks during every Wednesday night right after this. So we're going to work on sending each other some healing over a distance so that they can, well, they did last week, but now we're practicing even a little more. So yeah, excited about that. So I'm going to get ready to support them, and I'm so honored to support all of you. So as I said, tomorrow, Thursday, I'll be here at 8 a.m. Fridays, our usual 4 and 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. Definitely feel free to check out all of the stuff in the description, my online classes, all my social media, the crystal shop, and the online newsletter too. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for that. I hope all of you have a beautiful rest of your day. Find healing wherever you can. And, those of us in the States that are struggling through current events, deep breath and pace ourselves. I know it's heavy. But I'll be here for what little I can offer. Lots of love to all of you and everyone that you care about. And I hope to see you again soon, okay? Definitely feel free to reach out with any questions through my social media or by leaving a comment. And I hope to see you all again soon. Don't forget to take care of yourselves, and bye for now.